Good afternoon, Jesse. Here's your machine, the Breville Barista Express BES870 in silver. So this is a really clean unit. As I told you, this is like 95% as new, and I'm not kidding. So it probably has like three main scratches. So this one, and a few very small ones here, but that's about it. It's very clean. Probably is like 10 times 11 if you include this video. I know you're used to this model and you've used it before. I'm just really quickly gonna do a long black coffee on it, just for good measure and for peace of mind. If you're interested, if the machine works fine, and of course it does work fine, I'm gonna be doing a full clean on it anyway after this video, so it'll come ready to go. I've adjusted the grinder to grind size number 4. I think it's the right ballpark using the beans that I'm using, Aldi. But we may need to fine tune it depending on obviously what beans you're using and what pressure we get. I'm quickly going to run a blank shot just to warm up my cup and to warm up the portafilter and stuff. Yeah, group head pretty much Snow White. I've reset the programming on the buttons, so you can do that at your own time. Let's do the double. That's the blank shot to warm things up. You can do that once or twice, of course. Hot water tap is fine. I'm going to be testing the steam afterwards. I'm going to dial in your settings here so that you can get the right amount of coffee approximately, just to make it easier for you just to get started. Using my scale, I'm using the double basket, the single wall double basket. And I'm going to keep it on single. I like to do it on single twice rather than keep putting it on double and doing it in one go. I'm going to keep this at 12 o'clock, grind size number 4 as we discussed. First dose. Let's see how much that was. That's 7 grams, so we'll put it at 3 o'clock and see how we go. I'm going to top it off to 9 grams. So that's 9 grams. Temp, another 9 grams. It's my second dose. I think this will be closer to 18 grams. That's 17 and a half. So this will give you 8.2. If you put it at 4 o'clock, that's probably going to give you 9 grams. So keep it at 4 o'clock. I'm using a fairly fine grind size, so you may need to change this or reduce this if you increase the grind size, and vice versa. So I'm going to top it off to 18. That's it. It's 18 grams exactly. I'm going to distribute it with my finger. You can use your palm or any distribution tool just to make sure it's flat before you tamp it, and then when you tamp it down, apply firm, even pressure. Fair bit of force there just to compact everything down. And of course, I'm sure you know this, but Breville recommends you tamp as deep as the silver part. So I have 18 grams and I'm going to tamp it down, and the depth is about this deep. The silver cap here, that's about 18 grams. So if my tamper goes this deep after a tamper, that's 18 grams. I tell people that trick in case they don't have a scale or they're in a hurry and they just want to check if they have the right amount of coffee. Of course, you can check by eye and eye level it, you know. Clean the edges, of course, and lock it in. The group head seal is fairly fresh. You don't have to lock it in all the way to the right. It's fairly firm and tight at the 6 o'clock dead center position. So I won't force it too hard. I will program the button for you now to give you a double shot, which is, so we put in 18 grams, a double shot would be 36 grams. Just going to quickly do that. Just a quick refresher with grind sizes, with making coffee. Make sure you have about 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock pressure, and the flow should be nice and smooth. It should happen between 20 to 30 seconds. Okay, yeah, it looks like I ground it too fine. I'm going to pause and then I'm going to do that again. Pause the video. Okay, so here is the new settings. Grind amount at about 2 o'clock, maybe 3 o'clock. Grind size at number 6. Looks a touch coarser now, and it should give us that pressure that we were looking for. The first one was too fine, of course. Here's my cup. I'm going to do the same with the programming. That's better. Coffee started coming out at about 10 seconds, which is like perfect. It's coming out nice and smooth. Pressure at 1 o'clock, which is perfect. I will stop it at about 35 seconds. So that's 33 seconds. I'm going to stop it there. I think that's 18 grams, because sorry, that's 36 grams, because 36 is double of 18, which is what we put in. Yeah, that's a very good shot, I would say. That's 37 grams, perfect. Yeah, so every time you use the machine, it'll give you 37 grams of ground coffee, as long as you keep roughly the same settings. So this here gave me about 8.5, this gave me about 9.2, so I'm going to keep it at 8.5, which is at 2 o'clock position. Of course, if you change the beans, these settings will change. Alright. It's a very delicious espresso. I'm going to add hot water now to make it into a long black. And that's it. Of course, as always, you want to take the pour filter out as soon as you can. Run a blank shot to rinse the group head. And by the way, I do have a knock box to sell if you're interested, if you don't have one already. Make sure you keep the machine nice and clean, and it'll serve you for years and years. Of course, we're going to be testing the steam just really quickly, like I said, for peace of mind. Yep. Make sure you purge after you're done with steaming. Wipe the wand nice and clean. And yeah, it'll cool down. as you know. Yeah, that's all. Hope you enjoyed the machine. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to message me. Yeah, cheers.